Hi guys, welcome to Twin Perspective. I'm Joe, and this is my bro. And tonight I'm going to be breaking down the top five greatest albums by Radiohead. Now, admittedly, I'm not the greatest fan of Radiohead. I'm not a great fan of many bands that came out after the 80s because I'm an old guy and I like my old school. Any band that came out in the last 30 years would have to do something special in order to get my attention, much less have me dive into their library of music. I mean, there's a ton of stuff from the 60s and the 70s that I'd be more than happy to get into. A lot of rabbit holes back then in the genres, many genres that I loved. So, Radiohead made a splash with the song Creep, and that was right around the time in the early 90s, early to mid 90s, when I was just weaning myself from MTV, weaning myself from popular music in general. I did see Creep, and I thought to myself, this is going to be a one hit wonder. And several years went by where I was disconnected from all the modern stuff, newer stuff. And then somebody lent me OK Computer. And I went home and listened to it and fell in love with the album. It blew me away. I didn't expect this, having just heard Creep. I didn't expect this. OK Computer is a phenomenal album, probably the most highly regarded album by the band. And it inspired me to go back and get everything they had done before. And I was impressed. A great band, great albums, and kind of investigated every subsequent release since then as an active fan. So this is my top five. That's my perspective from it. Hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. And here we go. At number five, I've got Hail to the Thief from 2005. Pardon me, 2003. My number five album, and I remember loving this album when it came out. It was a nice balance, a good combination of, classic sounding Radiohead, some new, different stuff that I really liked, and even some of that weird timing techno percussion stuff that they would get into because they were bored of all of them playing guitar. It wasn't too much of that. Overall, it was a nice balance. I like every song on the album, especially the opener, 2 plus 2 equals 5. Love that song. And I also love Sit Down, Stand Up. I think Back Drifts is a good song. My favorite song on the album is probably Where I End and You Begin. Classic. Great, great rock single, bordering on that alternative poppy kind of stuff, but great track. The Gloaming, there, big single for them. I like A Punch Up at a Wedding. I like that one. And even Mixomatosis and Scatterbrain are both songs that I can groove on, even though they're wildly experimental. Um, all in all, great album. It has to be a good album to come out after the year 2000 and for me to like it. So there you go at number five, Hail to the Thief. At number four, don't tune out, but I'm going with the classic OK Computer from 1997. OK Computer is a brilliant album. While most people would give it a 10 out of 10, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, and I'll tell you why. It's because a couple of the songs on there, highly revered by the fan base, are just okay songs to me, including Subterranean Homesick Alien and Exit Music for a Film. Sorry to offend anyone, but those are great songs. They're just not among my favorites. Paranoid Android is another fan favorite classic, and I had to warm up to that one, but I love it now. And the single Karma Police, that's a good song. I really like it. I don't know how the fans feel about that one. Sometimes when songs become really popular, the fans tend to not like them as much. I'm cool with Karma Police. I think it's a great song. But the best two songs on the album for me are the opener Airbag, which I love, and Let Down, which is one of my favorites in my top five. Let Down, my favorite from OK Computer. All right, what could be better than that? At number three, just edging out OK Computer, I've got Kid A from 2000. Kid A is a great album from beginning to end. It's got a bunch of really good songs like Kid A and the National Anthem and Idiotech and Motion Picture Soundtrack. And it has two of the best, most classic, songs Radiohead ever did. Everything in its right place and How to Disappear Completely. Those two songs are achievements by the band that other bands, can't do because they're not good enough kind of songs for me. So everything in its right place, How to Disappear Completely. I love those two songs so much. It gives Kid A the slight edge over OK Computer at number three. At number two, I have what I think should be the universal greatest, considered greatest album ever by Radiohead, and that is The Bins from 1995. Top to bottom, great album. Chock a block, full of greatest hits types songs from Radiohead, including the opener Planet Telex, which I love. The self-titled, the album's title track, The Bins, good song. High and Dry, excellent song, a classic. Fake Plastic Trees, possibly my favorite song by them. Absolutely beautiful song. Perfect song, really. Love that song. I don't know how you guys feel about sappy love songs or the type, but good song for me. Nice Dream, beautiful, beautiful accomplishment there. Just, which is a phenomenal single, in my opinion. My Iron Lung, which is also a fantastic song. And Street Spirit, Fade Out, highly regarded, and a great album closer. All in all, a 10 out of 10. The Benz is a phenomenal album, one of the best albums ever. And at number one, just edging it out, I'm going with In Rainbows from 2007. I think In Rainbows is great. It caught me right when it came out, and it is top to bottom a great album. And it has some songs that I think are some of Radiohead's best efforts. The opener, 15 Steps, which is a classic. Body Snatchers, which is one of my favorite hard songs ever. I love that grungy thing. Uh, that's a massive monster right there, Body Snatchers. I love that song. And then Nude, which is just phenomenal and gorgeous and beautiful. Weird Fishes, Arpeggi, one of my favorite songs on the album. I love that kind of music. Keep giving me stuff like that, Radiohead. That is a great song. All I Need. I mean, amazing. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, amazing song. Great song. False Arp, good. Reckoner, good. Even better live. House of Cards, probably my least favorite song on the album. Jigsaw Falling into Place. In my top three, I love that song. I don't think songs get better than that. I think Jigsaw Falling into Place would be the best song most bands ever did. The album concludes with Videotape, another song that's good on the album, even better live. And there you go. That's my top 5 greatest albums by Radiohead. I do love Radiohead. Every album they've come out with, like I said, since I fell in love with the band in '97, every album they come out with, I listen to. I haven't purchased all of them. I give them all a good listening to, and if they're really good, I go back to them often. And we'll see if there's much more coming in the future from Radiohead. All in all, I've got Radiohead ranked at number 16 on my all-time favorite artists. And they are good. They are a classic, and they are a uniquely, not very many of them, like I said, past the 80s, who've gotten me, and Radiohead's one of them. So there you go. That's my show. This has been Twin Perspective. I'm Joe. Subscribe to Rosenfield 10 for more videos like this. And I will see you in the trees. Bye.